Use code Lillgryn in the item shop so you don't support any noob creators or give Epic Games so much money so they ruin our game. Yeah, just smack code Lillgryn in the item shop. Thank you.
Hello guys, Lillgryn back again with a new video, and today I would like to show you the new most optimal sensitivity in my opinion, especially for my device. I am gonna show you some methods on how you can figure out yours depending on your device. So yeah, let's go right into the video. So if you guys didn't know, Fortnite actually decided to drop building and editing sense for mobile, which is fantastic, but also it completely changes the sensitivity meta. Not only that though, a few weeks ago Epic Games also decided to give us the option to turn off and adjust the strength of aim acceleration, which of course is a very good change as well. Now, to have aim acceleration turned off is what I prefer and I think is the best. So if you want to see a full video explaining why, you could go and check out my previous video, which will be linked in the description and maybe pop up on the screen. I don't really know how you do that, but yeah. Though you could just say that aim acceleration now is pretty unnecessary to have it on. It just messes up your aim and your edits won't be as consistent, neither your builds, especially now when you have like the building and editing sensitivities, and you pretty much only needed the aim acceleration to be able to have fast builds without playing at a super high sensitivity. But yeah, now with all these new settings, let's actually go right into the video, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I found my most optimal sense and teach you guys how to. So what you're gonna do is to first turn off aim acceleration, and if you have it off, that's even more perfect. Then you're gonna go into creative and try to find a sensitivity that you feel comfortable and editing with. Aim now is irrelevant. After you've done that, like, you can play at a pretty high one this time if you want to do like very flashy builds. However, for my device, I don't really recommend a sensitivity over 0.25. You know, you don't want to exaggerate. It's actually not that necessary to play super high sensitivity for building and editing. You can be real fast as like without it, especially if you use a thumb sleeve. So what you want to do now is a little test. Put your finger at the middle of the screen, then drag all the way to the edge. And what you want to do is that you don't want a sensitivity that makes you be able to make a 360-degree spin or more. Try to have it as like low as possible, but still you have to obviously have to be able to do more than 180 for flicks and stuff to be possible. But I feel like the range between 270 degrees and 60 degree spin is where you want to be. Also, before we go on, I wouldn't recommend you guys to have the building and editing sense over 1.5. For me, it feels like very scuffed to have like one very low sensitivity that suddenly go to a real high. If you can play like that, that's good I guess. But sometimes when, you know, after you have been building and editing a lot, and then you maybe want to just edit again. But as you know, when you're looking for a wall or ramp to edit, you're using your normal sensitivity if you have your pickaxe or gun out. And essentially, if you play like at a 2.0 multiplier, maybe you will miss drag, if you get what I mean, when you are reaching for an edit. So I wouldn't recommend it having over 1.5. So yeah, let's actually go further on to the setting. So after you figured out these two sensitivities, what you want to do is to take the sensitivity that you feel comfortable building with, then the sensitivity that you feel comfortable aiming it, or when you did a 360 spin, you're gonna put them and divide them together. So the building sensitivity and editing that you feel comfortable with divided by your other sensitivity, your aiming sensitivity. And after that, you get the score, which is your building and editing sensitivity multiplier. In my opinion, I don't really recommend people to have different building and editing sensitivities. You know, when I build and edit, I want a consistent sensitivity that I always can trust on, and I don't want to learn like 3 different sensitivities. I feel like that's a bit too much, which of course, like if you're very pro, maybe you can do it, but that's not my recommendation. Now, I would just briefly want to talk a bit about the targeting and the scope sensitivities, which I actually prefer playing like very low so I can get people out from the sky and stuff like that. It's not a lot to say, it's a lot of personal preferences there, I guess. Don't play with them at like 1, just try to have them under 0.50, that's just my opinion. And for the vertical sensitivity, I put it at 0.70. I feel like that is a pretty good, you know, range with like around that. You don't want to have it too low. You don't want it to feel like two completely different sensitivities. However, you want to have it lower for the reason that you don't look down vertically as much as horizontally when you do stuff, part of the resolution. But yeah, just how the game works. So 0.70, around that, a good range in my opinion. And that's literally about it for the sensitivities. Also, I just want to show you guys this. If you didn't know, you can actually L2 spam on mobile, or at least you can put the scope button so it now actually scopes in as you hold it without you tapping it. So the setting, it's called toggle targeting, I believe, and you want to turn it off. And now the scope button works as it does on console and PC when you hold it to scope. Obviously, it's going to be hard if you don't have a good HUD. However, I feel like I can do it with my HUD. I just add an extra finger like when I scope in and stuff. I just wanted to tell you guys that this is a setting in the game, and that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like it if you want more like these tutorials, pro tips videos. And but yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, have a great rest of your day, guys.